Hello everyone, my dear students of first year. Today we are going to start a new course of mathematics. Name of that course is linear algebra and stochastic processes. So the two things we are going to study, for one is a linear algebra and second one is stochastic processes. So in linear algebra, matrix, then applications of matrix and inner product space we are going to study. And in stochastic processes, we start with probability, then probability function, then stochastic process. In that random variables, everything we are going to cover. So for this course, we set few outcomes that at the end of this course, what we are going to get. So the first outcome, and these outcomes are called as course outcomes. So our first outcome is at the end of this course we are able to get know and recall core knowledge of linear algebra and stochastic processes. Means we understand the concept related to linear algebra and probability. Then second outcome we said understand the concept of linear algebra and use it in solving the engineering problems. Means here we set our goal that we understand the concept of linear algebra and stochastic process and we will use it in the solution of engineering problems. Third one is apply core concept of linear algebra and stochastic processes for any applied problems in engineering. And the fourth one, analyze the problem of which kind and use a particular method for finding the solution in engineering field. So here our four outcomes are set that we have to achieve at the end of this course. Next one is our first unit. Our first unit is matrix. So here our unit 1 is matrices. Everybody knows about matrix. We have studied in our 12th standard that what is meant by matrix. So here we set our outcomes to understand the matrix also. The first outcome is recall the concept of matrix. Recall the concept of matrix. Then understand the rank of matrix. This is new course for you. Rank of matrix. So understand the rank of matrix and use it in to solve the examples. Third one, system of linear equations you have solved using matrix in 12th standard. System of linear equations you have solved. We will solve some more examples on that and the transformations. And the last one is eigenvalues and eigenvectors of a matrix. So this is the new concept for you, finding the eigenvalues and eigenvectors of a matrix. Next one, our the concept which we have to study, applications of matrix in engineering field, means why we study matrix. The basic question comes in our mind always, why we study matrix. For that purpose, this few of the applications I stated here. The first one is matrices have important applications in computer graphics. In computer graphics we use matrix. Now why we use matrix in computer graphics? It is used for rotation and transformation of images. We know how to rotate an image in the on the computer field. So what is the logic behind it? It is a matrix there. Then in computer graphics there are matrix is used for manipulate of 3D models into two-dimensional screen. So the matrix is useful there. Second one is matrix can be used in cryptography. In cryptography, to exchange the message, to send some message from one soldier to another soldier or one country to another country, we need matrix, or some people use matrix, and it is a very secure way of transferring messages. Third one, in circuit theory, means branches related to the electronics, electrical circuit theory is there, and there to calculate current and voltage in a multiple circuit we required matrix. And the fourth one is in many physical systems, just like civil, mechanical, we need physical systems. In that we need linear equations, and to solve that linear equations we use matrix. Basically in civil, for numerical methods we need matrix. So these are the few applications of matrix. Now what is mean by matrix? A basic question comes, matrix means what exactly? We know that matrix is nothing but the arrangement of some elements in rows and columns. So matrix means arrangement. So here we take the definition of matrix: an arrangement of mn elements and arrangement of mn elements in m rows and n columns enclosed by a bracket is called matrix of order m by n. This is very very important, order m by n. And matrix is denoted by capital letters and its elements are denoted by small letters. So matrix is generally we denote capital letters, that's why I use here the notation A, and its elements are denoted by small letters, so it is we denote small a, small b, like that. Now this indicate A11. A11 indicate first row and first column, right? So this is our column and this is our row, first row and first column. So if you count it, I get m rows and n columns. So order of this matrix is m by n, m rows and n columns. So we read that matrix as A11, A12, A13 dot 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 A1n, and similar way AM1, AM2, AM3 dot 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 AMN. Sometimes we write AMN, but we are going to use notation this one here, A, B, C, like that. Okay. Now for example, I just put few examples in front of you. I have here 2 by 3 rectangular matrix. 2 by 3 means 2 rows. You can check here, first and second. 2 rows are there and 3 columns. 1, 2, 3. 3 columns are there. So 2 by 3. Here it is 3 by 2. 1, 2, 3. Yes. 1, 2, 3 and 2 columns are there. So 3 by 2. Similar way, sometimes if numbers are not there, we write in blocks. In a computer or IT field, we required blocks of 1 and zeros. So in that way, representation of array we required blocks. So we can write that blocks also. Then in fuzzy mathematics we required point wise values. So point wise values also we can use 0.3, 0.9. So that population in the population dynamic model, Leslie's matrix is mentioned by this way. So these are the basic examples. Now we turn towards a very important concept, type of matrices, which you have learned already. That's why I'm just taking the review of it. So here types of matrices. The first matrix we called it as a row matrix. Everybody knows it. What is meant by row matrix? A single row is there. Means don't worry about the columns. Only one row we required. So any number of columns, but rows are only one row. In fact, I can say that order of matrix is 1 by n. Clearly, n columns are there, but rows are only 1. So matrix of order 1 by n is called as row matrix, or it is also called vector. We will see the concept of vector at that time. I will tell you. Now here column matrix. Column matrix means only one column is there, just like here 1, 4, 2 you can see only one column. So order of this matrix only one column. You can take any number of rows is m by 1, m rows and one column. Now zero matrix means all entries are 0, only 0. Here I use null matrix word, but zero matrix is different, which I feel, and null matrix is also something different, but for elements both are same, right? So zero matrix or null matrix. Then rectangular matrix means m by n matrix, m rows and n columns are there. So from this I get a square matrix. Square matrix means, yes, what is meant by square matrix? Number of rows is equal to number of columns. Everything is square. Here 2 by 2, here 3 by 3, and for that we may call it as matrix of order 3. Matrix of order 3 means it is a square matrix. Matrix of order 2, so matrix of order 2 means here this one, matrix of order 2, and this 3 is matrix of order 3. Understood? 3 by 3, 2 by 2, like that. Now diagonal matrix. For diagonal matrix I must have square matrix. Keep in your mind. So a square matrix is said to be diagonal matrix if of diagonal elements are 0. Means only diagonal elements are present here. Just like you can check 1, 2, 1. Only diagonally elements are present. So here if I take a matrix, then I get only these values and other values are 0. See here 3, 3, 5, 9. These are the values present. Other values are 0. So diagonal matrix means only diagonal elements are present. Now unit matrix means what? Unit matrix, or it is also called identity matrix. Identity matrix means it is a diagonal matrix whose diagonal elements are unity. Diagonal matrix with diagonal elements unity, 1, 1, 1. Right? And one more definition comes from it. Scalar matrix. What is meant by scalar matrix? Scalar matrix means a diagonal matrix with all elements are same. Here 2, 2, 2 diagonal elements are same. Diagonal matrix whose diagonal elements are same. Right? I may write A 0, 0, 0, A 0, 0, 0, A, like that. This is our scalar matrix. Understood? Then symmetric matrix. This is one more concept which you have studied in 12th deeply. Symmetric matrix. A square matrix A is called symmetric matrix if and only if A transpose is equal to A. A transpose is equal to A here. Means Aij is equal to Aji. Just make a column as a row and row as a column. Clearly, symmetric matrix A into A transpose. We know the transpose. Transpose means making column as a row and row as a column. If I do that and I get the same thing, then that matrix is called symmetric matrix. Now skew symmetric means what? Here I use the word skew symmetric. I didn't use the word not symmetric. So here skew symmetric means what? A transpose is equal to minus A. But here if I take A transpose is equal to minus A, then that means I must have diagonal elements equal to 0. If diagonal elements are present there, then this is not possible. A transpose is equal to minus A. So diagonal element must be 0 for skew symmetric matrix. Understood? Then upper triangular matrix. This is very, very important and we required in our next definition here. Upper triangular means we must have the elements which lies below the diagonal elements are 0. These are the diagonal elements 1, 2, 1. These are the diagonal elements. These elements must be 0 for upper triangular, and for lower triangular above element must be 0. Understood? So upper triangular means below element must be 0, above elements present, and lower triangular means all the elements lies above present, above 0 and below present. Understood? Then two more definitions we have to study. Singular matrix. Determinant is equal to 0, we called it as a singular matrix. Matrix A is singular if determinant of A equal to 0. And if determinant of A not equal to 0 means what? Matrix A is non-singular matrix. Right? For this, we must have non-singular matrix. Understood? So these are the basic concepts. Right? Already elementary row transformations and column transformations you have studied. We will see that in our next video. Thanks for watching.